Right now on Denver 7 News at 6 a.m., summer fun nearly turns into tragedy. Rescue crews saved several tubers from rough waters.
We're live along Clear Creek this morning where two people had to be pulled to safety. I'm Denver 7's Christian Lopez with some reminders if you're looking for ways to escape this summer heat.
All new this morning, could Colorado's housing market finally be cooling off?
Things are obviously changing pretty quickly.
We'll explain some good news in a just-released report from Metro Realtors.
Plus, collapsed houses. Washed out roads. After disaster strikes Yellowstone, what's being done to make sure your next trip to Rocky Mountain National Park isn't in jeopardy?
And we're just days away from Amazon's biggest sale of the year. But it isn't just the online retail giant dropping prices for you.
Now everyone's going to have a
Yeah,
sale.
a lot of one-upping going
Yes.
on.
I need to sell some stuff. Maybe I should
There
get
you
in
go.
on this.
Yeah.
Give you a discount. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Nicole Brady.
And I'm Brian Sanders. Won't be quite as hot as yesterday, but we could see some storms this afternoon. Katie, my wife and her friends are going to Halsey at Red Rocks, and they want to know, is it going to happen?
Between about 3 and 9 o'clock, yes, we do have the chance for some strong storms. So I'd say your wife and her friends definitely bring a rain jacket or a poncho along if you are outside this evening. Outside this morning, it's cloudy skies, more moisture, that monsoon moisture streaming into the state, creating some showers and up north near Fort Collins and Red Feather Lake, some pockets of moderate rainfall at this hour, and over the far northeastern corner of Colorado, New Raymer out through Sterling, some damp conditions as well. It's dry right now in Denver at 64 degrees. We'll see a little more clearing through midday, so sunshine is expected and daytime highs will be cooler. We're back to highs in the mid to upper 80s today, a little more seasonal. Now, we do have the chance for storms developing after about 3 o'clock with some areas of heavy rainfall expected. Here's Futurecast. You can see sunshine returns to eastern Colorado through midday, but then more thunderstorm activity will develop over Colorado's high country. That'll spread east across the plains. Here's 3 o'clock. You can see up near Greeley into downtown Denver and over the northeastern corner of Colorado. Through about 9, we have the potential of seeing a strong storm or two, and then we'll clear out later on tonight.
And right now, the drive up into the mountains looks pretty good. If you look on Google Maps, it shows that I-70 is closed in Glenwood Canyon. That is not the case. Last night, in the evening hours, they actually had I-70 closed down because of that flash flood warning. When we talked about the watch, it could turn into a warning, and then they would close I-70. That happened yesterday, but it is open. If you see on Google Maps that it's closed. Look up to the north side of town. Look at the quad split where you can see the 4 different cameras up to the north, where you have some wet roadways to deal with up around Greeley, Fort Collins, Loveland, and so it could slow you down just a little bit. Just watch out for some of the roads that are getting pretty wet up that way. The rest of the Metro Drive looks fine. I-76, 270, the busiest drives you have so far, but the rest of the commute looks okay anywhere else you want to go.
Well, people trying to cool off in a rushing creek yesterday had to be rescued. You could see how fast the water was running in Clear Creek. This is just a few minutes west of Golden. Air Tracker 7 flew over the scene and saw first responders with their swiftwater rescue gear. Denver 7's Kristen Lopez is live from the creek with new details about the 4 people who had to be pulled to safety.
Yeah, very scary. This all just happened minutes upstream from where we're standing in Clear Creek this morning. 4 people were thrown from their tubes, and this is in an area where tubing isn't even allowed. And video from Air Tracker 7 shows the moments when that rescue happened yesterday. A man was pulled out of the water and he was unconscious. He was rushed to the hospital. We are working to learn how he's doing this morning. A woman was also found clinging to a rock in the river, and crews were able to pull her out and they took her to the hospital. 2 other men in the group were able to get out of the water on their own, but tubing is not allowed in that part of Clear Creek right now, and that order is clearly posted. If you do come out here, you should only tube in areas where it's allowed, and of course wear that life jacket because those water conditions change so quickly. And the water in Clear Creek is so high right now that Golden actually says it's too dangerous for anyone who is under the age of 18. And this is all in the same stretch of the river where a woman who was tubing with her friends this weekend also died on Saturday. We are live in Golden this morning. I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Reminders for people. Thank you, Christian. Well, we have a tragic update. A seventh person shot during a 4th of July parade near Chicago has died. And many are now asking, how did a man with multiple past police encounters legally buy guns? Officials say Robert Crimo planned the attack for weeks. He wore women's clothing during the shooting to blend in when he escaped with the crowd. Crimo passed 4 background checks before he bought the rifle used in the attack. He had several run-ins with police back in 2019, first when he attempted suicide, and later that same year when a family member said he threatened to kill everyone in his home. Despite that, Illinois' red flag laws didn't prevent him from having weapons.
Summer is here. It's a popular time for many people to move, but it is tough to find a new home or apartment in Denver right now.
So we're going 360 in depth this morning, breaking down a brand new report out this morning it shows where prices and inventory for homes stand in the Denver metro. We're also doing the math to see how rising interest rates are impacting your buying power.
Plus, we'll have a look at how Denver's rising rent compares to other cities in Colorado and others across the country. And if you are planning to move, we have advice from experts before you hire a moving company to pick up your stuff.
Denver 7's Veronica Acosta kicks things off with the latest housing report for the Denver metro just out.
And like every month, there's some good news and some not so good news. If you're looking to buy a home in Denver, we're going to kick it off with the good news, and that's that there are more homes on the market. That just keeps increasing and increasing. The not so good news is so does the average price of a home. Right now it's about $810,000. Now, condos and townhomes, they're also a big point of talk here. They're averaging a little more than $500,000. When it comes to inventory, there are twice as many listings at the end of June compared to last year. We're talking about more than 6,000. And just as there are homes available, buyers are feeling the impacts of our slowed economy. Experts say many first-time buyers who were initially pre-approved toward the beginning of the year with a specific interest rate, they decided to wait until buying wasn't so competitive. But now that they've restarted that searching process, they're running into issues with affordability.
Things are obviously changing pretty quickly, and I think we'll continue to see more inventory, prices slowing, higher days in the MLS, and more adjustments with that.
And the upside of this all, according to Abrams there, is that these next couple of months, what's left in the year, we expect to see more and more homes start hitting the market there. In Denver, I'm Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
Yeah, a little less competition maybe. Thank you, Veronica. But some not so good news here. We did the math to show you the impact mortgage rates are having on the price you pay every month to be inside your home. In January, a 30-year rate from Freddie Mac was 3.22%. It was so low that for a $700,000 loan, your monthly payment would be about $3,000, not including taxes, fees, or insurance. Well, last week, a 30-year Freddie Mac loan was about 5.7%. So now that same $700,000 loan will cost you more than $4,000 a month. And in fact, to get a $3,000 a month mortgage, you would now have to find a house for $525,000. That's $175,000 less than what you could have bought 6 months ago, all because of these rising interest rates.
Well, if you've ever wondered what it's like inside one of Denver's safe outdoor space villages, you can find out today. The Tent Village at Regis University is moving to a new location at 2nd and Federal on land owned by the St. Francis Center. And because it's a new location, there's an open house this afternoon.
We thought it was important for our neighbors, our new neighbors there, to come and see what a safe outdoor site is all about. They can do that before the residents move in on Thursday.
So the Safe Outdoor Space Open House is from 4 to 7 tonight at 2nd and Federal. The St. Francis Center says it helped 27 people from the Regis University site get into more stable housing. Katie.
6:09, we are out of the 90s. Today, temperatures will be slightly cooler in the 80s from Fort Collins into Greeley. We are going to be picking up more moisture statewide for today, and even some showers are falling right now, Jason.
We have some wet roads because of it up to the north. Right now we have a truck that is broken down on the northbound side of I-25 right here at Santa Fe. You can see that we have some flashing lights with the Denver police helping protect the scene as they're trying to get this truck out of that left lane. So a little bit bunched up around Broadway after University, getting up to 6th Avenue. Not a huge deal, not worth an alternate route right now.
Christmas in July. It's almost Amazon Prime Day. We'll show you how to find the best savings. Also, what your order on Prime Day or how your order on Prime Day gets to you could change. Why you might start seeing fewer Amazon delivery trucks and what you could see instead.
Hey, now's the time to upgrade to the big popcorn at the movie theater. The discounts being offered at some theaters this summer.